Well, hello, it is 523 week number 6. So this week is building right off of week 5. I'm going to assume that you did week 5 stuff and you know kind of where we're at. If you need to go back and kind of listen to last week's video to pick up where we left off, feel free. If not, I'm going to just kind of keep rolling with it. So this week, the week 6 page is pretty straightforward. There's not a lot there. Reminder that next week, starting April 14th, is Easter break. So we're going all of this week, and then our Easter break starts on Easter Sunday. Um, so the week 6 page is pretty light. We do have an assignment called the solutions summary. It really builds off of the week 5 assignment, the idea generation. And so the real trick with this is just reading through the rubric and making sure you're addressing all of those things. We're going to continue with this hypothetical scenario where your school is closed for 5 days and you're going to create a prototype. So, uh, if we look at kind of my newer example of prototyping with hardware with our school's live stream for our all school assembly on Friday mornings, my first prototype was all right, we need a camera that's connected via Thunderbolt. Need to get away, like running Ethernet cable. Let's buy a 200-foot Ethernet cable, unplug the VoIP phone in our library, run it over there so like it's plugged directly in. We have our camera, we have our Ethernet, so it's going to be fast for the upload, and then we're ready to upload with just Facebook Live, right? Like that was kind of the first prototype of what our live stream setup was for our all school assembly. Once we had that kind of set up, it was all right, like let's iterate a little bit. Can we add a second camera? All right, adding a second camera, now we need a way to switch between cameras. And so then it was the ATEM Mini Pro video switcher that connects via Thunderbolt directly into the USB-C slash Thunderbolt of our MacBook Air. And then I'm able just to push cut and go camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two, and have kind of a close up and a wide. If one camera dies, we have a backup. If we have a sixth grader that's running the close up camera and suddenly there's no shot, just like a blank stage, we can cut to a wide shot. That was another kind of prototype. And then once we got that set up with like two cameras, the ATEM Mini, tripod on our live stream cart, it was no longer let's frantically set this up on a Friday morning at 7:30 in the dot and troubleshoot for 10 minutes because something is unplugged, some cables, something that's not working. Once we got that set up with that prototype, that's when we could say, all right, Ken, Makerspace, help us out. You know, drill the hole in the top of the live stream cart, three holes, put the tripod in, zip tie that in. Now that is there. That camera's always there. We have the ATEM Mini that snaps on, and I even laser cut like a really cool box because we don't want it like underneath the cart, so it sticks out a little bit. Kind of all the things, and so that we took that prototype of plugging all the things in, and now we have like our cart, and our cart's ready to go, and we can pretty quickly in about 10 minutes have the live stream set up ready to go. And since then, up in our kind of meeting room, it's our kind of only upstairs space at our K8 campus, wanted the ability to be able to record events there. And often it was like, oh no, this parent event would be great to record. And so within 5 minutes now, we can actually live stream that or just record it using the same thing, StreamYard.com. And it was that same idea. And at this point, gotten a little bit wiser, we have just a dedicated laptop, ATEM Mini Pro. And at this point, it's just the one camera. And that camera used to be just on a tripod balanced on where the coffee is in the back of the room. Now it's like drilled into the wall behind us, back of the stage or back of the room. Always connected to the ATEM Mini. Audio is coming wirelessly in, and I can just go StreamYard.com, new recording or new live stream, go. And we're off to the races. But it took that prototype of all the stuff in our outdoor stage, just like sitting on grass or balancing it on random chairs or tables, big setup, and then slowly but surely you're taking that prototype. In this case, it's hopefully easy to imagine what it looks like, and that becomes on a live stream cart that wheels, and then we're able to take that idea and replicate it relatively quickly because we've learned all those lessons of how do we connect all the hardware. So the big takeaway though is to get that prototype that can be built and unbuilt and rebuilt and added or subtracted to. so that you have that flexibility. Because prototyping is about trying a thing and not solving the thing. So much about education is doing the right thing the first time. This is often what we ask of our students. You learn the thing, here's your grade. Next. And so much of that's just because we've decided we have to cover all this material. And so we as institutions of school tend to care more about covering the material than making sure students actually learn it or having time for reteaching. And that problem is real, and we're not going to solve that in this 10-minute video. But the idea that we can do a thing and it's the first time we've done the thing is a beautiful thing to do. If you can ever have space, if you're in the classroom right now, space in curriculum, space in your projects where they turn in the thing and it's a prototype. Maybe they know it, maybe they don't. I mean, English teachers have tried to do this. They're called rough drafts, but often it's not, here's my thing, let's do another thing. There's a real beauty in let's do the thing again. Let's just get a prototype done. It needs to be like a well thought out prototype. It's not just, I didn't finish my writing, so we'll call this a rough draft. It needs to be done. It needs to be a thing. But having the space and holding the space as an educator for this shouldn't be complete. We should be able to try it out, add and subtract. That's really where the power is, because then you can fine tune it, try again, fine tune it, try again, add a little more complexity. Nope, add a little more complexity this way. There it is. All right, now let's do that. Okay, now we've got it. That's really the magic of that. If we look specifically at this assignment, which I know you want to know about, you are going to decide, most importantly, how you're going to deliver your fully online lesson, whether it's synchronous, asynchronous, or a combination of those. And then you're just going to look at the rubric, follow those steps, and you are all set. Don't forget your discussion board initial post on Thursday and 2 replies on Sunday night, which is going to be Easter Sunday night. So if you want to get those replies in early or the initial posts in early, depending on what your family and those that you care about are up to that weekend, feel free to do that. And that is all for this week. Happy week 6, everybody.